Now that you know how to fail, let's teach you how to succeed quickly and continue succeeding throughout your career. Let's start with you and what you're selling and why it matters. Ultimately, if you don't get this part right, sales will always be an uphill battle. To kick things off, why does studying your ICP and ideal buyer personas matter? Intimately studying and coming to know what your ideal customer and ideal buyer personas look like and what matters to them within the context of the industry that they are in is the single most important thing that you can do to 10x your effectiveness in setting meetings with companies that are a great fit for you, have a higher chance of closing, and are more lucrative. Yes, you have to invest some time up front to study your ICP so you have the ammunition to build a strong sales story and target the right customers, but the effort pays off exponentially. Studying your ICP is an example of a difficult thing that mediocre sales reps will not be doing. They might just jump into things and wing it. There's something to be said for learning through doing, but what is counterintuitive is that by putting in some extra study time up front, you will actually be able to execute more quickly and more easily by identifying high potential opportunities and knowing exactly what to say, which will be empathetic and value driven for the customers and will compel them to take a meeting. You already know this intuitively, but when you start applying to companies, you really need to take time to do your homework and look at their website and try to find their ICP yourself, which will help you be more credible and successful in the interview process. This will help you answer potential interview questions much more effectively. For example, when interviewing with a company, they might ask you to tell them who buys from our company and why do they choose us? Or a hypothetical role-based question, which companies would you target among this list of leads? And who at those companies would you reach out to? And what would you say? Or maybe at a startup, they might ask you who you would target without any constraints or guidelines. Interviewers are looking to see if you actually get who they sell to and why they buy from their company. Because in the role, you're going to need to know that in order to be successful, and they want to vet you out. Finally, when you've done some research and at least attempted to understand the ICP of the company you're applying to, you can ask better questions to the interviewer about how they would describe their ideal customer profile. And when you ask a question like that, it sub-communicates your competence. And you can use the insight information to learn from their responses to use for future rounds, especially if you have to give a presentation in your final round where you can incorporate that information. Let's delve into the process of creating a vivid image of your ideal customer profile and buyer personas to optimize your sales strategy. We'll examine real-world examples of well-defined ICPs, buyer personas, and influencer personas that can influence a sale. First off, let's paint a clear picture of your ICP and figure out how to do that. You want to become an expert on the challenges and opportunities in your ideal customer's world and be able to articulate to the prospects that fit the mold of how your company has helped similar companies. According to psychology, the idea of the proximal peer is that people want to do what similar people are doing, and companies are no different. Use psychology to your advantage. Look at the company's website and study customer success stories, aka case studies, and ask yourself, what are the common characteristics that you're seeing across these case studies? Take time to connect with account executives and management who have been out in the field and ask them about their ideal clients. As you look at the website and marketing collateral and talk to account executives and managers, ideally successful ones, ask them the following questions to help clarify your ideal customer profile. Who are our best customers that bring in the bulk of our revenue? What are their common characteristics? What do their businesses look, smell, and feel like? Where are they located? Are they a particular size in terms of revenue or employee count? Are they in certain vertical markets or industries or niche where we have a higher rate of success? Are they at a certain stage of growth or funding? This is helpful if your ideal customers are startups. Do they invest in certain technologies? Where can we find other customers with similar profiles? What are their biggest challenges that we can help solve or opportunities that we can help them capture? Beyond this, understanding broader industry context within which your ICP fits is key. In order to be successful in sales, you will also need to understand the broader industry context of your ICP and where they fit into the industry. For example, selling in one industry versus another can be very different, as each industry and the companies within them have unique challenges, opportunities, and perceptions. Selling SaaS solutions into healthcare companies or selling fintech solutions into financial institutions will require you to understand a very different set of requirements and challenges for different technology champions in each vertical, and you will need to tailor the way you position your solution to that context. The broader industry context impacts what matters to the companies and customers who operate within them. If you sell a horizontal solution to multiple industries like data analytics, then you will need to adapt the way you package the outcomes you help achieve and the pain points you solve and what is most relevant to the context of the specific customer on an industry by industry basis. If you sell to a specific department like a CRM tech software, kind of like Salesforce, that helps sales departments and chief revenue officers better forecast revenue, you need to study what sales departments care about most and their unique challenges and recognize that the context of what sales leaders in different industries care about, and you need to be a chameleon to adapt the questions you ask based on what sales vertical they're in. Pains you highlight and relevant success stories and outcomes that you speak of, without going into too much detail here, are examples of different industries that you might sell into. You can sell software as a service solutions that are specific to particular industries. For instance, you can market health tech to healthcare or fintech to financial service companies. You can provide SaaS solutions to aid manufacturing companies in becoming more data-driven, or analytics solutions to help digitize their processes. You can sell edtech to educational companies or personalized learning solutions to individual learners. SaaS solutions can also be marketed to media and entertainment companies to help them establish e-commerce businesses and analyze customer data. Furthermore, you can market technology to the government. Additionally, there are horizontal cloud and SaaS solutions that can be marketed to multiple industries and address relevant challenges across various business functions and lines of businesses. Some examples of these are the big three cloud providers like AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure. There are CRM SaaS solutions like Salesforce and HubSpot. There are enterprise resource planning solutions, which are really the brains of the operation for companies like SAP, Oracle, and NetSuite. There are HCM HR software solutions like Workday, customer experience solutions, cybersecurity SaaS solutions, data analytics or data as a service platforms, AI platforms, ad tech platforms, app dev platforms. There are even emerging solutions in crypto and headless CMS, which is something we don't need to dive into, but you get the point. Here's an example of an ideal customer profile for DevOps platforms or asset management cost optimization software. So again, picture yourself selling this. Your ideal customer profile might look like a Series A, B, or C venture-backed data analytics and cybersecurity software as a service company based in Austin, Texas, who is hiring for DevOps engineers and spends at least $10,000 a month on cloud and is looking for ways to be more efficient and scalable. By seeing they are actively hiring and going through growth, this may be prime position for them to hop in and offer their services to a company that is going through increased responsibilities and provide an opportunity to outsource some of their software development and other IT tasks. See how specific that was? You want to get really granular so you can be empathetic and tailored with customers you reach out to and know the right ones to pick. If you're selling a customer data analytics platform, your ICP might look like retail companies based in New York who have 50 million plus in revenue and lack visibility into their current customer's journey, both in stores and online. And they want better understanding of their customers to drive more revenue. To complement your ICP study, it's crucial to define and examine your ideal personas you'll be interacting with. It's essential to identify which lines of business your ICP falls under. Common lines of business include sales, marketing, IT, finance, HR, and understanding their high-level objectives is going to be crucial for your success. Additionally, you must study the specific personal challenges and opportunities that individuals in those departments encounter. The more detailed your analysis, the better equipped you will be to create tailored sales pitches for each persona. When you know the roles of the key personas at your ICP who have a need for your solution and can make an influence in the buying decision, you can prioritize targeting them in your outreach. You'll notice I also refer to personas who may not be able to buy but can influence the buying decision and can give you more inside info and ammunition to make a compelling case to your decision maker. You can turn influencers into your champions and use them for a warm referral to the right person, which is more powerful than cold outreach from you alone. Influencers might be lower-level IT contacts or line of business stakeholders whose day-to-day tasks are impacted by your solution. So they care enough about what you do to be willing to make a case for you to their leadership if it's going to make a difference in their day. For all of your ideal personas, both decision makers and influencers, ask yourself, how is your ideal persona measured? What does success look like for them? How do they get their bonus? What are their biggest headaches keeping them up at night? Now let's review some example buyer personas and how we can align with them and what they are trying to achieve in their role.